I'm going to hand it over to Dr. Lee to close us on out. He has some great announcements and some information for you. You do have our contact information if you want to get any other feedback or give us any more information.
Thank you, Terrence. Thank you all for making it this far through the Military Summit and for your dedication to our military students and their families. So I wanted to just share a little bit more about where our students are. And I want to share where the degree sectors that they're seeking. These are the degrees earned by our veterans using their post 9/11 GI Bill. So you can see where they're at. Business and management is number one. One thing we hear from our veterans often is that with the military, the occupation that they have in the military is often not the occupation they want to have when they exit the military, when they transition to civilian life. They're often looking for new opportunities and a variety of opportunities. And I guess that might be why business management and marketing might be such a high demand sector. Next is health professions and liberal arts and sciences and on down. But I just thought this might give you a good reference for where to start with your articulations. If you're looking at articulating credit and then opening up that credit to your regional veterans or even your local veterans, then this might be a good way to prioritize the disciplines that you start with. That would allow you to maximize the credit. And again, our goal in this all is to maximize this education bar, which is 0.6. That's 600,000 students who are accessing their VA benefits countrywide for education. 600,000 did in 2017, but look at how many access their healthcare benefits, 6.1 million. And how many access for compensation or pension, and then loan guarantee. I think the loan guarantee is probably your home loan. And that's 2.9 million. I'd like to see that bar for education grow to 2.9 million or 3 million. And I think that's our overall goal, is to increase equitable access, opportunity, and respect, and grow and optimize that education bar. And I think the way to do that is to offer maximized credit for CPL. Take a look at this. This is an interesting slide because it shows in public schools, we enroll 56% of GI Bill students. We take in 34% of the total GI Bill funds and account for 64% of the total degree completions. If you look over to the right, proprietary schools, those are for-profit schools. They enroll 27% of GI Bill students, take in 40% of the funds, and account for only 19% of total degree completions. Now, proprietary schools are very aggressive in their recruiting, and they do offer credit for prior learning. And so we need to meet that with equal respect, but increasing access on the public school side. Private schools are enrolling 17%, take in 25% of the total, and account for 16%. We believe even with the public-private school combination use of MAP, as long as they adhere to our vet-friendly standards, that we can seriously increase access with existing benefits provided by the VA. The military to civilian transition can be tough, as I shared. Most veterans say they struggle with the lack of structure in civilian life, and half of the veterans say it was somewhat or very difficult for them to adjust to civilian life. And I've shared this, 45,000 veterans on active duty personnel committed suicide over the past 6 years, more than 20 per day. And we believe education is a key to changing this. We have an opportunity and an obligation to change that situation, to relieve that, as much of that stress and the stress factors and the risk factors associated with transitioning from military to civilian life by maximizing credit for prior learning. By doing so, we can create a more welcoming environment for our veterans by maximizing MilCPL. We can increase enrollment by attracting military students who stopped out, dropped out, like Joey Mora, never used their benefits. The 1.7 million who never used their benefits for education. We can increase degree awards, retention, transfer rates. We can support key programs of faculty, key programs of study through targeted outreach. Another thing we can do before I get to obligation is we can offer credit programs to active duty service members with military credits. So you can offer programs of study to active duty service members right now, and as you do, they will know right away based on their JST what credits they already qualify for, and how soon or how easy it will be to complete a certificate or degree. Our obligation, I believe, is to open the door to college wider and do what is right by our faculty. So we would ask that you would ask your legislators to support the funding requested in the systems budget proposal, which I've linked here, that you would propose strong workforce projects aimed at industry and other CPL to add to the articulations beyond MilCPL. So we would hope that you would work with your college's strong workforce projects to look for novel ways to create industry articulations. We would ask that you would support efforts to partner. These are potential efforts to partner in the future with the Academic Senate, California Community College, to create statewide articulation recommendations. This is a long-term notion that we would like to follow in the footsteps of ACE, which would be to convene disciplined faculty yearly to look at our articulations and pending articulations, and to norm them and ask for their seal of approval on these articulations, which we believe would add to the value of adoptable articulations from college to college. We'd like you to involve your military students in the effort to increase access, completion, and successful transition. They are powerful advocates for you. And we'd like to ask for your help in the MAP initiative to learn and improve processes through lessons learned at your college, because we are still learning as we go in this endeavor, but we believe we are in a good place. The MAP 2022 cohort is an opportunity to join the use of MAP as a platform. And we will be selecting the next cohort starting in January 2022. We believe we can support up to 50 colleges, and I want to be upfront and open. We are a small team right now. We haven't, with the new funding that we've received, it's not enough funding to support the immediate hiring of an ongoing large team to support this effort, but we have taken steps, and depending on ongoing funding, we'll be able to increase that team to support beyond. But we believe the platform is ready for use and can be supported for use in the colleges. Current funding will support its use through fiscal 2023, and the funding included in the budget request next year will support ongoing scaling for the cohort and beyond. And so when we say it will support ongoing scaling, we mean that the use of the platform is at no cost to the colleges. And there will be a level of training provided by the MAP team, but the training will not extend to college, or will not be college specific training. It will be regional or cohort training. There is a link here to apply to be part of the cohort. We asked the cohort to support the vet-friendly standards, the vet-friendly standards that have been listed previously, and we will be reconvening in December for team support.
Hey, Sam?
Yeah.
Can I add to everyone? Lenny posted the link to that, what Sam was just reviewing, posted it in the chat, so you can get it there. Or when you complete your survey for the day, the link will be included in that survey. So you do have access to it. The slides will be out in a couple of weeks, but you have access to it in the chat and the feedback survey.
Yeah, so we'd like to say thank you, Terrence. We'd like to say thank you. The recorded presentations will be made available in the next 2 weeks, available as well as all slide deck materials. Be on the lookout for a listserv soon, and evaluation will follow. And we'd love your candid feedback on today's presentations and sessions. And we'd like to thank our esteemed panelists and all of you, all our colleagues, for your commitment to our veterans' well-being. And I'd like to open up, since we have a few minutes, to give some last words from any of our panelists, participants. Let's start maybe with our panelists, those who participated in the concurrent sessions.
All right, sir. Hey, Dr. Lee, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for hosting this. First off, I'm Commander Dave Yoon. I'm actually with the recruiting district out of San Diego. It's officially called INTAC Southwest, or Navy Talent Acquisition Group. And so our mission here is significantly different than what you guys are working on. We're on the front end of military service. However, I think and I speak on Captain Bayugan's behalf from earlier in the panel. Thank you so much for what you all are doing here. I mean, this is huge as far as serving our military community, not just the Navy, but the rest of the armed services as well. It's awesome to see this type of support and this mindset going into extending and really prioritizing higher education for our service members and prior service members and veterans. So it's very heartwarming to see this and to see all the questions, responses, and all the thought that's gone into this, and how the California Community College community is trying to engage this and really press for that. I guess that recognition of what we do in the military. And so I just really wanted to say thank you to the panelists and everybody who's been in attendance. It's been good to see all the comments. And then also to extend, I know that Captain Bayugan had his video response at the beginning of the forum here, but I'm going to put my information in the chat. I know that Lieutenant Arbuckle, one of our other officers, did so as well. And we can put you in touch no matter where you're at. Within California, we can put you in touch with the right people if you're looking for that segue. One thing that I did see in there was the statistics on the proprietary colleges and the amount of funding that they take versus the community colleges and public universities, and how much they actually end up taking, but the difference in graduation rates. I think that's significant. And what I'd encourage all of you to do throughout the California college system, whether you're community colleges or representing a four-year university, is to potentially brainstorm. And I'm happy to work with anybody to see how we can increase that exposure for the California community college system and the public university as well, because I think there's a lot of value in our public university system. And I want to make sure that our sailors, our Marines, our Army and Air Force brethren and sisters are all aware of it. And that they know to look to that for a resource. One of the reasons that the proprietary colleges are so successful is because they actively recruit amongst active duty service members. That's not something that we see as much on the public university side or on the community college side. But I do want to make sure that, like the sailors that I work for, we have approximately 400 in Southern California, Las Vegas, and Arizona. Is that they know what opportunities are out there. So please don't hesitate to engage. I'll put my contact information in the chat. And for each of the community colleges that is represented here, for anybody on the call, we can put you in touch with the appropriate command, for Northern California, for Central California, Los Angeles area, and then I am the point of contact, or Lieutenant Arbuckle, for Southern California. Please don't hesitate to reach out. Ultimately, we're all here about trying to take care of veterans and our sailors, whether that's for potentially on the beginning of that metric, or the beginning of that pathway for the accession side into the military. A lot of those are community college students who are looking for greater opportunity, and then on the tail end as well, as they get out of the service and they're looking for that opportunity to take advantage of higher education and pursue a civilian career after the military. So it's really, I think it's a mutually beneficial relationship. So thank you once again for having us. Appreciate the time.
Thank you, Commander Yin. I would like to thank you and your team for being along with the conversation today. We know that you had several folks listening in, and we really appreciate the partnership and look forward to new ways that we can partner with you. One of the dreams we've had as well is that recruits, when they sign up in any of our military branches, when they find out what their occupation is, that they would be presented with a sheet that would show them the credits that they would qualify for upon completion and by rank, so that if they're a combat engineer, that they would know what credits they would qualify for in the region that they live, probably, assuming they might return to that region, or by college. So the recruits would know that going in, the opportunities they have after their service. And so we can only do that if we work together and maximize those articulations and make it and spread it throughout the state. So I want to thank you, Commander Yoon. Thank you to our participants and our panelists. Thank you for making this a great day for our veterans, and we will see you later.